Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Here Dr.Youcef from School of Architecture and Urban, University of Batna 1. I would like to present the course of Environmental Engineering. This course major 5 chapters. The management applied in Algeria, the natural hazard, the technical risk, the urban disaster, and then the risk of transporting hazard materials. This will take in 21 hours. Before diving into environmental engineering course, it's helpful to have a strong foundation in the typography and cartography and graphic technique, urban routes, geology, ecosystem, and Earth's process. We learn in the natural risk the floods, flooding, land movement, earthquake, storm, forest fire, tsunami, and the technical risk of anthropogenic origin. They include if industrial risk, the urban risk, landslides, fire, erosion in urban area, urban disaster, vigilance, meteorological like gas explosion, toxic material, and then the last one, the risk of transporting dangerous material by roads or highway and the railways. Due its geographical location and the hazards to which it's exposed, Algeria is exposed to several important natural risks that require adequate crisis management. However, the vulnerability of our towns and cities to these various hazards has increased, particularly due to the urban concentration of megacities, which have developed often in the manner and close to major industrial centers. The first two laws published for disaster prevention and relief organization for Algerian law in 1985. The first one is 85 231 and second one is 85 232 concerning the prevention of risk and disaster. This law has 11 articles, and then the law of 89/26 of 31 December. This law set up the fund of natural disaster and major technical risks. Since the Boumerdès earthquakes of 2003 and in view of importance of the risk, the government priorities the needs to prepare the country of a better understanding of disaster through a prevention policy, where the text adding land use planning comes to reinforce the importance of insurance, parasitismic construction and general regulation. Therefore, the laws have helped to fill the gaps in the previous laws. The public authorities was decided to promulgate a national plan for the prevention of disaster and the organization of interventions and assistance. This was the important steps in improving Algerian legislation in the term of major hazard prevention, adding several elements contributing to the creation of a disaster management system. At the conclusion of these first chapters, the natural policy on the disaster prevention and management is based mainly on natural and local institutions and cover both area of risk prevention and the organization of intervention and relief. So we learn what are some example of policy changes or regulations that have been implemented and in response to industrial disaster. And also we learn what is the role of uncertainty in disaster risk management. So the next subject will learn what are the primary causes of flooding and what are its potential impacts on urban area. And sure, we have to know what the major technical risks that cities face. And then thank you for your attention.